घोड़े की काठी काठी पे घोड़ा घोड़े की दुम पे जो मारा है थोड़ा. Asma, 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 where are you, Asma? I'm not talking to you, all right? I'm hating you. What? You are also hating me. So I'm not afraid. I have so many friends. Better friends than you, you proudy girl. What? What you said, Asma? I'm cheating. You're a liar. A big, big liar. Liar, liar, lipstick, sitting on a broomstick. Broomstick broke. Liar got a poke. Liar, liar, liar. What? Poke. I'm not knowing the meaning of poke. Really? That is the meaning of poke. Chee. Who told you? Your cousin. Chee. Your cousin is knowing so much, no? What else does he know? But Asma, I'm talking now, no? No, I'm not fighting. I'm not hating. Never, never. Asma, you are my bestest friend. Bester than everyone. Promise. Dada, 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 dum da bake dada. Dada, dada, dada.
You see me sitting here in this comfortable armchair, smoking, apparently at peace. How would you describe me? Middle-aged, gray, perhaps distinguished looking? Certainly distinguished looking. I get that from my father. My fucking father. Damn him. Yes, you're right. I'm not at peace. I may appear to be, but I'm not. I just trick myself into thinking that everything is fine. But it's not. Things haven't been fine since I was 20. 20 and rusticated. Expelled from college.
Asma? You're there, Asma? I'm crying because my auntie, she's beating me again. Beating me so hard my sitting part is hurting. Because I'm not doing my study, I'm only playing with you. She's saying your friend is having father, mother, money. But you have nothing. Nothing. No father, no mother, nothing. Then why are you playing like a fool? Go. Study. Learn read books, get job, get money. Don't play with rich girls. What? What, Asma? She's coming. My auntie. Oh. E. Ooh. E. Ooh.
Expelled, rusticated, thrown out. But to be fair, what choice did the poor bastards have? Yes, I was the son of an important man, a political personage, as they say. Yes, my father had a lot of money, a lot of pull. That didn't matter. That woman was shrewd. She went straight to his political foes. What a bloody mess. At one point, my father was like, it looks like I might have to quit. But of course he didn't. Quitted my father. Oh, no. To him, my post is more important than my own son. How she outsmarted him. Hey, what's your name? Where are my bloody cigarettes? Hey, is anyone there? There's no one there. Bloody rascals. So there he was, my father, saddled with a rusticated son, personal bloody political embarrassment. So what does he do? Rusticates me again. Sends me off to the stinking family home in his constituency and tells me not to show my face in the city ever again. Expelled and exiled in the same breath.
But Asma, Ram was not a bad man. He was God. He was killing Ravan because Ravan was a bad man with 10 heads and red eyes. I'm not knowing why he had red eyes. I think soap must have went into his eyes.
There was this fellow, someone or the other, I don't remember his name. He said if rape is inevitable, lie back and enjoy it. So that's just what I did. I decided I would enjoy myself in my exile. I had this huge mansion and a bloody retinue of servants waiting on me hand and foot, and coddling me like a mewling, puking infant. Oh, speaking of puking, I did a lot of that in those first few days. Almost drank myself blind. And one day, my old friend the postman shows up. He comes up to me and very politely asks me, Babuji, do you want woman? What a thoughtful, understanding fellow he was, my friend, in those days. Then he assures me that the woman would be clean, exclusive, and very important, would not get me into any kind of trouble. So, that night, the postman leads me down these winding lanes to a small cottage. I enter through the back door into a room, and there I wait in pitch darkness until a woman comes out with a shaded hurricane lantern. You know, till this day, I don't know why I waited in the cloistered darkness like a bloody thief. Why I didn't just get up, shout some galis, and get the hell out of there. But I didn't. I waited.
Asma, when we are big, we will live in the same house, no? I will comb your hair and I will make you sleep in my lap. I will also tell you stories. King Queen stories. Asma, let me tell you something very funny. In the night yesterday, I wanted to have water, so I got up. But my auntie was not sleeping near me. I could not open the door also. It was locked. So I called and called my auntie. Masi, Masi, Masi. But she did not hear. And then there was a man's voice. He was saying, ah, ah, e. Yes, really, this loudly he was saying, ah, ah, e. So funny, no? But he was saying the Alipha words in the night.
She came into the room with a shaded lamp, so quietly that I didn't even know she had come. She took me by the hand, and without a word, she lay me down. And she was naked, soft, fragrant with 1,000 jasmines. And then I don't know where she learned her skills. In a moment, her mouth was on mine, her tongue in me, and then the tongue was elsewhere, everywhere, darting, licking, tasting. I was wet with her tongue, wet and hot, and raging and wild to get into her too. At some point I thought I heard a child cry, but she was doing something to me then, and that was so, oh, so delicious that I don't even know if I had imagined it. What a fool I was. What a bloody fool.
Asma, see my new dress. You like it? My auntie got it for me. She also got new shoes and white socks, just like yours. Now I want to learn proper English like you. I don't want to learn this A thing. I want to learn A for apples, B for balls, C for... What? What, Asma? B for ball, not balls. Okay. B for ball, C for cats. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D.
I couldn't stay away from her. She was like the next cigarette, the next drink, the drugged forgetting, hard, unending pleasure. The entire day was just waiting for the night. Back door, darkness, her smell, her hair along my thighs, her hands exploring, her spheres, her hollows, her whispers. And she knew it. Oh, yes, she did. She asked me for money on every pretext to pay her household necessities, to settle her debts, everything. And then the bloody postman started asking me for money every month to educate one of his brats. And not some 5 rupee corporation school down the lane. Oh, no. Mr. Postman wanted only the best. The only English medium school in the entire bloody district. What did I do? What do you think? I paid up. Yes, I did. I became a bloody benefactor, a blackmail philanthropist.
Asma, big news, very big news. I'm going to your school, Asma. My auntie has paid fees and everything. Promise, I'm going to class 1. It's not the same class, but it's the same school, no? And Asma, we will play so much. And now I want to learn proper English like you. Asma, you will help me, no? I'm so happy. I'm going to English school, Asma school.
I was smitten. What else can I say? I was 20 and completely smitten. Obsessed. I was in the coils of a woman about whom I knew absolutely nothing, not even her name. I couldn't find her house if I had to, in broad daylight. Even now, it was the postman who took me there every night. Through darkness so deep, I felt like I was blindfolded or blinded. Oh, you find it strange, do you? Well, tell me, what use did I have of her name or her house number? How did it matter to me? Wasn't like I was interested in her. I mean, beyond the, she was just a woman with a body that knew its job. Yeah. Oh, but it knew it really, really well. Even now, when I think of those nights, I get aroused. What can I say? Oi! I need another bottle. Yes, now. So that's what it was. An obsession. A straightforward sexual obsession. What was that? Why did it happen? Well, I was young, untried, maybe even a little innocent. What? Yes, innocent. All right. Yes, there were a few times in college, but they were all with consent. Yeah. I just got unlucky with that stupid lecturer woman. She wouldn't shut up. I mean, my father would have paid her off, And what did I really do to her? Huh? Just put my hand down the front of her blouse. That's all. What? It was a bet. How I paid for it. How I paid for it in every way.
Asma, I can't believe it. I just can't. I have got a double promotion. A double promotion, Asma. Can you believe it? Oh my God, now I'm going to be in your class with you. I'm so lucky, Asma. I'm so very lucky. Who? Auntie. Asma, I don't know. She has changed so much. She looks so tired. But today again she has some correction work to do and she's going to be in the next room. Asma, I don't understand. Why does she lock my door every night? She has been doing it all these years. She just keeps a jug of water on the table and locks the door. Why?
Damn it. Hey, where's my bloody drink? What? 2nd of October? Couldn't you have thought of that before? Oh, get me something else. Any poison will do. Bloody Gandhi Jayanti. When I'm dead, I hope they celebrate my birthday with bloody orgies. 9 years it went on. 9 bloody years. Every night. Except for those 3 days of the month. I looked around for other women, even tried a few. It just wasn't the same. The woman had me hooked. Couldn't stay away from her. So, I did whatever she and the postman asked me to. I asked no questions, did no probing. Once, early on, I'd asked her name. She said, "Call me anything, doesn't matter to me." So that's just what I did. I called her a different name every night. The names of all girlfriends, women I had lusted after, fantasized about. She responded like she didn't care, which was eerie. But in a way, it also gave me a kick. Felt like I owned an entire harem.
Oh, Asma. My auntie need not lock the door. I can take care of myself. I'm so safe here. I'm everybody's baby. See, they all know how my auntie brought me here after my mother died. And they all say, "You were such a tiny baby, just like a sparrow. We thought you would die. But look at you now, so pretty, all grown up. Have you begun menstruating?" What? What? Who thought I was pretty? Tell no. The man who came to school, the son of the chief guest. Cha. Asma, he looks as if he drinks liquor instead of water. Did you look at his eyes? Like red gooseberries. Like Ravan's eyes. Oh, Asma, don't tease me with that fellow. He was looking at all the girls, not just me.
I didn't have much of a life in those days. I slept through the morning and afternoon and surfaced only in the evenings. Like some resident of a red light district, I suppose. My father, my stinking father, became almost proud of me. Yeah. On one of his political trips to the area, which he took from time to time to charm and confound the masses, he was quite surprised. Acha, he stays home all day. And he's drinking less, not chasing women. Very good, very good. Little did he know. And then he started taking me on his official functions. A blood donation camp, the inauguration of some water supply scheme Even the bloody sports day of the local English medium school. What did he think? He was grooming me as his political successor. The hypocritical bastard. You know, everything in life to him was either politically useful or not useful, including paternal love. Love for his only son, only child, damn it. No wonder my mother died when I was 12.
Dearest Asma, why do terrible things happen all at the same time? My auntie is dead. And you are gone. Why did your father have to get transferred so far away? I still can't believe that I can't talk to you through the window anymore. That I can't see you or hear you. That you are only in my mind. But always in my mind. About auntie? What do I say? She got that cough again. You remember the cough that she was getting on and off for the last couple of years? She got it again, Asma. And I didn't notice. You had just left and rest of the world had disappeared. I didn't know what was happening around me. But 2 days ago, she came to my room. She was gasping for breath. Then she collapsed on the floor. I called the doctor. All the neighbors came, but nobody could help. Suddenly, there were priests, rituals, crowd of people. And they took her away, Asma. They took her away, Asma. She's gone. She's gone, Asma. And now I'm alone.
How could it happen so suddenly? How does a woman just die like that? I mean, yes, she had a wheezy cough now and then, but she always said it was because of the change of weather. That day, I hadn't been to see her for almost a week because I was running a fever and stuff. So by the end of the day, I was like shaky from wanting her. Then the idiot postman shows up and says, she's dead. Just like that, dead.
No. Asma, I shouldn't make you worried like this. I'm not all that alone. Everybody has been so kind. They have been getting me food, sitting by me, making me eat. The only strange thing is that postman. You remember that old kind fellow? He's apparently a distant relative. In fact, he did the funeral rites. Why was I never told anything about this? Why is there all this mystery?
I went mad. I couldn't bear it. I wouldn't bear it. How could she just leave me and go off altogether? How dare she die? I wanted to hit out, hurt her, make her cry out in pain. I wanted revenge. Revenge! So I decided I would stop paying the school fees.
Asma, I got another shock today when I went to school. The scholarship has been stopped and now I will have to pay the fees for last year of school. Only few months left, but what do I do? Okay. My auntie has some money in her bank account and some savings in her fixed deposit. But I don't want to use that. I don't need clothes because I could always use my auntie's saris. But I do need to eat. Again, luckily, and this is really lucky. This house, it belongs to our mysterious postman. So I wouldn't have to find another place to live. Where would I have gone anyway?
Yes, I stopped paying the school fees. Why not? Why did I have to keep educating the bloody postman's brat? She could go to the devil for all I care.
Dearest Asma, I have got a job. You remember the garment factory that the father of Red Gooseberry Eyes had started just outside the town? Well, some voluntary organization in the city is supporting an Anganwadi center for children of the factory workers. They want me to work there. It suits me well. I've also decided to be an external student so that I don't have to pay this much fees. I miss school very much. But what does one do? I miss you, Asma. I terribly miss you. I miss you, Asma.
The bloody postman turned up after 10 days. Apparently, his sister-in-law's sister or someone had died. I didn't even know he had a relative like that. Must be one of those toothless ancient hags hanging around the place. Anyway, I asked him to look for another woman, as close as possible to the other one. Maybe a sister or something. He had the utter audacity to refuse. No, Babaji, no more woman. And Babaji, why have you stopped paying the school fees? Can you believe that? The bloody bastard. I told him I'd send the police on him. I'd have him hounded out of town. You know what he did? He spat on the ground and walked out the door. He actually turned his back on me and walked out.
Asma, I have some strange news for you. The old postman is my uncle, my dead father's older brother, my own uncle. Can you believe that? You must be so surprised, no? But wait, let me explain. So, my father was a genius in studies, but he was also a rebel kind of a person, always fighting for people's rights. So, what should he do but marry a poor widow, my mother? His family promptly disowned him. He moved to another city, but he couldn't get any other job. Asma, he was a first class first in the university and he ended up as a cook. He must have been so heartbroken. My father died few weeks before my birth and my mother while giving me birth. My auntie was there with her and she brought me here to my father's hometown.
I was so angry. I wanted to run out after him and throttle him to death right there and then. But then I had a better idea. I thought it might be a lot more fun to have him harassed by the police. So, I invited the DSP police over in the evening. Over a drink, I explained to him how the postman had harassed me, how he had cheated me, how he had taken money from me and not delivered the goods. The DSP, the DSP wanted to know what the goods were. He insisted. But sir, what were the goods? Stinking idiot. Just imagine this, huh? He's sitting in my house, drinking my scotch, and he's asking me questions. I threatened him. I told him I'd have him charged with insubordination. The fellow still stuck to his guns. So I told him what the goods were. He was highly tickled. Sir, I didn't think the postman would be up to such things. Sir, we still need proof, no? Who was the woman? Where did she live? What was her name? No? The blathering idiot.
My auntie brought me here and I suppose she approached my father's relatives. Only my uncle was alive, but he has a very, very suspicious wife and 3 daughters. My uncle took pity on my auntie and somehow got her a job in the municipality school and allowed us to stay in this broken down house. My poor uncle, his wife would not allow him to visit us or help us in any other way. But Asma, you remember the scholarship that I was getting? I think my uncle has something to do with it. But then, why did he stop before I finished school? There are just so many things that I don't understand, and I'm too shy to ask. Why aren't you here, Asma? I need you. How much I need you.
I, of course, couldn't answer any of the idiot DSP's questions. So I said, look, why don't you arrest the postman on some trumped up charges? He shook his head mournfully. No, sir, we can't do that. We have rules. Can't break the rules. Bloody rules. Rules? Is there nothing to life except stinking rules? All I want to do is just enjoy life. I don't want to give anyone any trouble. I just want to drink a little, have a woman now and then. That's all. That's all. Is that too much to ask?
Dearest dear Asma, I'm enjoying myself at the Anganwadi. I don't just look after the children, but I also teach them the alphabet. You see, we don't have any books here, so I draw the alphabet on the floor and then explain the drawing. This is A. I tell them A. Now, when do you say A like that? Do you do it when your tooth is shaking? Yes. So A is for shaking tooth. Now, when do you say Ah? Maybe when you drink cold water on a hot day, like Ah. Yes, yes. We go down all the vowels like this. Children now come up with their own stories. So, E is seeing a mouse in the corner, and E is a crying baby. Ooh is biting a green chili by mistake, and ooh is bathing with cold water early in the morning. A is calling someone. I is calling someone far away. And all the vowels put together. Mm, they are for making faces. Ooh, eh. Children love it. It's funny, no?
After that disastrous evening with the DSP, I realized I had to have a base of my own. I needed to wield power that I had built up myself. I needed a career that would make me master of all that I surveyed. I wanted to make them cringe. All of them. Idiot DSP with his questions, the bloody postman, and my stinking father.
Darling Asma, I am as confused as you are. I thought I would be clearer about things when I finished school. But I'm not. I'm clearly not. I thought you and I would go to college together, maybe to the city. But now I wonder what is the use. What will I do? You asked me about work. So I have moved from teaching children to teaching adults. Again, we don't have any books, so I have to teach them the best way I can. Asma, I pretend that you are here, right across the window, that you can see me and hear me. I'm thinking about you, and I know even you are thinking about me, reading my letter, writing a reply. Hmm?
So I started planning, began thinking of ways to get even with the world. Take revenge. Such a sweet word. Revenge. Hot, bloody, fanged revenge. You know who I'd be like? I'd be like Shakuni. Yeah, Shakuni, that master schemer from the Mahabharata. And they'd know. And they'd remember me. So I mixed with the masses, cultivated them, starting with the workers at my father's garment factory, of course. You know, mixing with the masses is noble and all. But some of them do stink. Yeah. She never did. She always smelled of jasmine. Jasmine buds. White and tight.
Asma, how unhappy these women are. What a miserable life they lead. It's not just the poverty, that is bad enough. It's also the rules that they have to follow. Why? Because they are women. So many rules. Keep your legs closed. Keep your mouth shut. Don't dress up too much because man will get attracted to you. Don't make demands, otherwise man will get angry with you. Don't wear scent. Don't let the jasmine dangle in your hair. Don't swing your hips like a prostitute. Don't smile. Don't laugh.
How long did it take? Oh, about 8-9 years. 2 election cycles, actually. By the time campaigning started for the second election, my father was terrified. He begged me to join him, to join his political party. He cringed. Yes, he did. He bloody cringed. But I was the leader of a major trade union. I had money, I had power, I had men who were willing to do anything for me. I didn't want to be a mere MLA. Anyway, that election, my father won with the slenderest of margins. But by the end of it, he knew. And I knew. And he knew that I knew that his political life was over. Finished. I did it. I fucking finished.
Asma, I'm finding it so difficult to teach these women. How can I teach them Alipha? These are intelligent women running a household, working in a factory. They are not 5-year-olds. It's an insult to make them chant A. Yes, Asma, I tried the same thing that I did with the children. But what a difference. For a woman, ah is when their husbands pinch their arm. Ah is a slap across the face. Eeh is when he picks up a stick. Eeh is when he hits her. Ooh is when he pushes her out of the door. Ooh! I can't go on, Asma. It's a tale of unending horror, unrelieved darkness, blinding darkness.
So there I was, a modern day Shakuni, a successful Shakuni. I'd conquered all my enemies. The idiot DSP had been sent on a punishment posting to a place even more godforsaken than this. He begged to be transferred back so he could finish the education of his children. He's still waiting for a reply. And what of the bloody postman? Well, the postman got a little visit from one of my men. 2 days later, he died of a stroke. Power, sweet power. Better than alcohol. Better than... No, not her. I still wanted her. I wanted her desperately. Even now, just the whiff of the smell of jasmine would set my knees trembling, my hands shaking. My body outlines hers. Her mouth is hot on me. And there is jasmine everywhere. Sweet, sweet jasmine.
Dear Asma, you wanted to know whether I plan to make all the women in the country literate. I wish I could. In this district, however, there are more and more women who know that marks on a page have a meaning, who can sign their names. Remember, I told you I had simplified stories from the epics? Women have been poring over them. Yesterday, one of my favorite students, Devi, suddenly asked, "Why did Gandhari bandage her eyes?" Now, Gandhari was the queen who blindfolded herself when she found she was to marry a blind man. She stayed blindfolded all her life. So Devi asked, "Did Gandhari not know how to read and write? Was she blind like us? Now we can see because we can read and write. But what a stupid woman." Oh, Asma, I almost cried for joy. Devi, the others, they don't take anything for granted anymore. They insist that the drains outside their houses are cleaned. They even supervise their children's work as much as they can. They even ask doctors questions. How intelligent and how strong. And I agree with these women. Gandhari was stupid. She should have kept her eyes open and helped her husband with the kingdom. Blindfolding is just a way of escape.
I finally had things my way. The world was at my command. Its men in the palm of my hand. They were like human dice. I could set them up, throw them down, do whatever the hell I wanted with them. But as always with me, trouble was lurking at the back door. Back door.
Dear Asma, my women are very upset with the teacher at Anganwadi. She's apparently taking away milk and food meant for children's midday meals. But how does one get proof? This teacher is a very clever woman and is the girlfriend of a man named Babu from the trade union. So we have to be careful. I'm especially worried because this man Babu belongs to the gang of Red Gooseberry Eyes. Did I tell you? Red Gooseberry Eyes has become a big trade union leader. I've seen him going in and out of the factory. He looks more and more like Ravan.
Trouble began because of Babu. Babu was one of my loyal men, as strong as an ox and just as intelligent. Babu had this busty girlfriend who worked at the childcare center. Apparently, she'd been accused of stealing. Now, I know this woman a little, and I'm absolutely sure that she did do the stealing. Which is all right, as long as you don't get caught, right? But the trouble was, the women of the factory were onto her. And according to Babu, they were ganging up on her. I didn't like the sign of that. I didn't like it at all. But I had to calm Babu down.
Asma, it was horrible yesterday. Devi was hiding right outside the Anganwadi center and she caught the teacher with 2 bags full of food. Of course, the woman said she got it from the shops, but Devi would not listen. There was a big fight. All the men and women gathered. By the time I reached, Red Gooseberry Eyes was already there. I knew he will be there, but he was at his best behavior and he managed to calm everybody down. He said, "I would order an enquiry, and if the woman is guilty, she will be dismissed." Asma, women were charmed. They said, "He's like Lord Ram, so kingly and handsome, such a fine face." Can you imagine that? Only 2 people did not believe him. Devi was one, I was the other.
Bloody women. What is wrong with them? Fighting over a few bags of food? And that Babu's girlfriend, as stupid as him. Why did she have to get caught? Anyway, I went down there and somehow managed to calm things down. I charmed them into thinking that I was going to set up some kind of an inquiry or something. Sometimes it's just so easy. But 2 of the women were not convinced. One of them was that sharp woman who caught Babu's girlfriend. And the other, she reminded me so piercingly of her that my legs started trembling. The same presence of Jasmine. Shit.
No, Asma, don't worry. Things are calm. Only Devi is still fuming, and I know she's itching to catch that woman again. So am I. You should have seen her face when Red Gooseberry Eyes began his buttery speech. So much triumph she looked like a Rakshasi, like Ravan's sister Shrupnakha. You keep asking me why I refer so much to Hindu mythology. I suppose it's because all these stories are a part of me. My religion gives me a god for every occasion, every mood, every life stage. Your god is pure, formless, a being that cannot be described. How can the sun be God, you ask? Or a monkey or an elephant? Aren't you limiting God when you worship Him like that? But I think we do it because we feel everything is God. There's nowhere where He's not. All the abundance of life is Him. All the essence of life is also Him. My religion shows me the abundance. Yours, the essence. I'm becoming so philosophical, isn't it? I don't know why. But dear Asma, I feel very often as if something is coming close to an end.
I couldn't get the literacy woman out of my head. She reminded me so much of those nights. The ecstasy that I've never felt again. Meanwhile, Babu was fuming, the idiot. He felt like his girlfriend had been grossly insulted. Apparently, she'd been slapped. I just let him rant on for a little bit, then I gave him some money to go drown his sorrows. After he left, I went back to thinking about the literacy woman. I wondered where she lived. I wanted to visit her.
Asma, it's night and quiet. I can smell the jasmine in the air. You remember how we used to make jasmine garlands and wear them? Asma, I can't live without you. Your thoughts outline mine. The world is alive because you have touched it. I am you. I am me. I am us. Was there ever such a love? Huh? Who's there? Who? Devi. Devi? What happened, Devi? My God!
Babu was late, very late. Finally, he came back reeling with one of my other men, both of them stone drunk. And then they told me, oh God, they told me what they'd done. I didn't know what to do, so I just gave them some money and told them to get the hell out of town.
Asma, she's dying. Devi is dying. They raped her, Asma. They raped her. Two of them. And then they whipped her with bicycle chains. I don't know how she managed to come here. I somehow took her to the hospital, but doctors have given up hope. This is Babu's work. This is Babu's work, Asma. I know it because Devi whispered his name before she... The other must be Red Gooseberry Eyes. I'm sure of it. Asma, I will not let them go. I will not rest till they are hanged for what they did. I will take revenge and I swear it. Dear Asma, I'm writing this to you in great hurry so that it can catch the afternoon post. What you read in the paper is true. Devi is dead. The factory is closed. All the women's group in the district have gathered and they are demonstrating outside the police station.
पुलिस वाले हाय हाय, पुलिस वाले हाय हाय,
इनकिलाब जिंदाबाद.
justice for Devi, justice for Devi, justice for Devi.
The town is paralyzed. I'm trying to get us a good lawyer, but nobody here will go against the trade union. The police is even refusing to look for Babu. Red Gooseberry Eyes had the impudence to allow us to look for him in his house. Of course, Babu wasn't there. Asma, I'm going to meet the women's group in the city. I have to get support, Asma. I cannot let them go like this. I cannot. I have to get support, Asma. I have to. Just cannot let them go. Pray for me to the God who sees everything. Bye, my love. Bye.
They told me she'd gone to the city to meet my father. I knew the old man would give her a hearing, even whip up support for her, just to get even with me. The bloody bastard. I had to stop her.
It was the same house, the same back door, the same scent of jasmine. But it wasn't her. It was a devil, a biting, spitting she-devil. She wouldn't even listen to me. She screamed when I tried to hold her and accused me of rape. Oh God, I didn't mean to. Her diary was lying on the table. I brought it home. I've been reading it over and over again for the last 3 days. Do you know who that bloody literacy woman was? She was the brat I had educated, for whom I paid the school fees. Oh, my God.
You see me sitting here in this comfortable armchair, apparently at peace. But you're right. I'm not at peace. I'm bloody frightened. I've been going out of my mind for the past 3 days. I have to do something. I have to do something. I'm going to burn this diary. Yes. I have to make sure nothing can be traced back to me. I have to make sure I'm safe. Yes. Yes. I'm sure no one saw me going into her house, and I'm sure no one saw me coming out. So I'm safe. I must be safe. Yeah. In a day or two, I'll go back to the factory and get them to open it back up again. And then I'll do a funeral for her. I'll give one of my heart-rending speeches, and I'll praise her work. I'll pray for her soul. And then in a few days it'll all blow over. Yes, of course it will. It has to. And then Babu will be back, and then what? Oh, what did he say? Asma.